It's a very beautiful place. The thing that keeps me going is the beauty. Because you're surrounded by it. In a climate and ecological emergency, if we want to mitigate climate breakdown, then we need every tree that we have on the planet to survive. Here we are, and they're felling trees every single day. There's the front line, and that is here, and that's why I came to defend what we have left. The day of the older tree action sort of changed my life, actually. Sometimes it's hard to talk about. It's quite, I guess, one of the most traumatic things that's ever happened to me personally. Yeah, I could have died, basically.
It is really upsetting when you see this destruction happening. I put a lot of energy into it, but also it takes so much energy out of me. I don't have a personal life. I don't have a lot of things. I've given up a lot of my personal lifestyle choices to be here, to do this. At a price, doesn't it? But it's interesting because I do feel like I'm in the place that I'm meant to be now. And I'm completely connected with nature. Everything that I do, it's like it feels like it's my limbs being torn off my body. It's like you hold it, you feel it, and so you feel that pain. Like when I'm sat here, I can feel that energy. When people say we're in a climate and ecological emergency, they think, you know, it's like this thing around them. But I see it as myself, like, because my life is at jeopardy. We need trees to live. Without them, we wouldn't be here.
This is Denham Country Park. The biodiversity here is of national importance. This is wet woodland. Wet woodland is incredibly rare now, and we absolutely need to hold on to every single piece of it. We have 17 species of bat roosting in this area. There are only 18 species in the country. This is the most nature-denuded country in Europe. To have this sort of thing and wreck it is just absolutely crazy. Everything's dying. And we can't afford it.
When you think about ecological destruction and what is happening around the world, this is the closest thing to that has ever happened in this country. The largest deforestation project since the First World War. Just being at Denham and helping people climb, helping people build in the trees, and then sleeping up on platforms that I just helped to build. You really become really familiar with the trees and with the forests. They have so much personality, and each one has its own ecosystem. It houses so many different creatures. It's kind of almost an honor to be up there and to be housed in a tree along with all the squirrels and all the robins and everything else that is up there. My dad, he died when I was 4 from lung cancer, what we believe to be because of air pollution levels. It really kind of made it clear to me in a really, really raw and personal way how reliant we are on the air that we breathe, and trees are inseparable from that. Anytime you kind of doubt our actions or the campaign's impact, or you get assaulted or arrested or whatever, you kind of have right here alongside us the very things that we're fighting for. There's nothing as important as this.
Trying to keep the forests from being burnt down. They're destroying ridiculous amounts of wildlife and water and forest land and taking people's homes and all of this stuff. We are bearing witness, and we are here to say, I am here and I see this. If we were to afford 300 more years of streams that aren't toxic and air that isn't unbreathable and kids growing up without asthma on birth, genetic mutations and these forests disappearing. If you don't identify with the crisis we're in, you're kidding yourself. We're past the point of emergency. It's damage control now. We need to really buckle in.
Being here in the camp, there are some really intelligent people here that really know and love what they're doing. There's ecologists, mycologists, and some of the conversations I've been having with people, it's been so enriching to hear the things that they know. And you speak to the guys on the other side, they're just cutting things down and they don't realize the kind of connections that they are destroying. With the mycelium, the relationship they have with the trees and with the soil, it takes hundreds of years to properly cultivate. And by cutting these trees down and devastating this land, that's all ruined. And it's not something that can just be replaced, because it needs very specific conditions in the environment to make. And once it's gone, we're not going to get it back. It's just being around the nature. The more you're around it, the more you start to understand it. We did a protest in the river, a peaceful protest. We were literally just singing about the trees, playing a ukulele, and we watched the security attack protesters that just pushing them away, being really aggressive. Lied to the girl that climbed the tree, saying that if she came down they wouldn't cut it. And they still cut the tree down.
Well, I saw my friends falling into the river, and at that point I thought, no, I need to go. I need to be there. Just like every day that we're not trying to live in a sustainable world, and in a world where we can live with nature and live for nature as well, we're headed to disaster. But it's like we could have these amazing communities that are self-sustaining. You really don't need much when you're here. Like, I've been thinking about universities and stuff, because that's what a lot of my friends are doing right now. They're going to university. But this is a great place to learn and use them for a cause, and the cause being to save the earth.